Rap and Reason podcast with Dr. Jeremy C. McCool and Earl Hopkins. All right, you're tuned in to another episode of Rap and Reason podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Dr. Jeremy C. McCool.
And I'm Earl Hopkins. What's going down?
What's good, bro? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm good, bro. Just, regular week, man. Just on the grind, on the move, man. How are you feeling?
Man, same here, bro. Same. It's been a busy week, but it's a good one, man. Just staying busy out the way, watching the rap theatrics that are going on. You know what I mean? This has been an entertaining week for hip hop for me. I'm not gonna lie. This has been since Kendrick and Drake, we haven't had another really entertaining rap beef moment. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've been entertained by that. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but other than that, man, I've been good, just chilling and working. We got for my documentary, The Hands of Shape Tomorrow, that I executive produced, directed by Curren, produced by J2. Our next screening will be in Westchester, Pennsylvania at Uptown Hour on March 4th. So anybody in the area, make sure, go to Eventbrite, make sure that you secure a ticket. They're free, but you do need to secure a ticket beforehand. I think there's 12 left last time I looked. So go on there and secure that. Get that. And then, man, look, Raps of Resistance drops in 2 months.
Yeah, it's crazy.
2 months. Is it 2 months? Yeah, about a little over 2 months.
Like, time is flying, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, every time, like, because this is the funny thing about people that supposedly love you and care about you. I've posted this pre-order link for like the last 6 months. People are like, oh, okay, I'll finally get it. It's like, bro, you needed it to inch closer for you to pre-order something for free.
You know what? That's hilarious. That is hilarious because people have been sending me that same thing. Like, oh man, I need to go ahead and pre-order, man. I didn't realize it was coming out. It's coming out in May. I'm like, bro, a pre-order is I don't think they realize most people don't pre-order books. So I think that most people don't realize that it doesn't charge you until
it ships.
until it ships. I don't think a lot of people realize that. So it's not going to charge you until the release date of May 14th, even when you pre-order. So
yeah. And I joke, I'm like, yo, my peoples, if you save 30 cents a day for the next 100 days, whatever, you should be able to cover it. Like, dang, like y'all buy.
Why'd you hit him with the Feed the Children spiel? If you just put together 30 cents a day,
you'll be able to cover the shipping costs. Like,
that's a wild sales pitch. We might need to say that in the commercial for the book, man. Nah, real talk. $30. It's not bad, and especially not bad for academic book. Everybody who's been in college.
Yes.
Y'all know how much y'all textbooks usually cost.
Out of this world. Yeah.
This to be coming out on the Bloomsbury Academic, it's not a bad price point, man. $30 for a hardback, if I'm not mistaken. That's solid. All right. We ain't doing you grimy. The book ain't $99. You know
that's what I'm saying. And this is a book that it encapsulates all of hip hop and especially conscious rap and, back in its formation to now. So like you're getting something that you could really read, go back to for years to come. Like this isn't just like a hot topic type of book where you read it and forget about it the next day. Like this will stick with you. So yeah, this is definitely something you need to pre-order and purchase on a day. Let's run it up.
I couldn't agree more. But Raps of Resistance is a one-of-one book. I would say this. The book is framed around the contributions of Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. But I will also add that this is the best book at framing this generation of hip hop in its contributions to socially conscious rap music. Like there aren't many books that have covered the blog era and all of these different eras of hip hop in the way that we have. Like this is gonna be one of those ones. So you won't regret it. Shout out to everybody who's reviewed it thus far.
Yes.
Anif Abdurki, who else? Afion Crockett,
Jonathan Abrams,
Dr. Khalid Mumin.
Yep, Dr. Mumin, absolutely.
Dr. Thomas Sager from IUP. Everybody who's reviewed this book so far, we appreciate it. And yes, sir, man. Some of the stuff we'll get into today, man. We got to talk about 50 Cent versus T.I. That will be one of the topics. We also are going to get into a couple new releases. Larry June, and you recently put out a project with Currency.
Yes.
But we definitely will talk. Who's it produced by? Do you know?
Man, Alchemist.
Alchemist. Fire. I should have known. I should have known. So we'll talk about that project. Mozzy and EST Gee put out a record. We'll talk about that as well, and we'll talk about Drake. We talk about Drake is teasing. I sound so excited,
With
don't
so
I?
much enthusiasm, right?
Yeah, he's teasing this album, ICEMAN. So we'll talk about that and the expectations for that project as well. All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it, man. Let's start off, bro.
Yeah.
T.I. versus 50 Cent. All right. This is not only is this is a reminiscent for me, and this is a real moment of like, wow, like I grew up in the era where both of them were on top of the rap game. You know what I
For
mean? Like my
sure. Yeah.
childhood, T.I. and 50 were some of the biggest rappers of all time. Like at that era,
Yeah.
they were on
Huge.
top of the
Yeah.
mountain in hip hop. So to see them feuding now is not only crazy, but it's also it's, it's making me realize that there's a generation who does not know that Ti was like that.
No, there's a whole generation of people that don't really understand. Like they ain't grow up listening to trap music. You know what I mean? Or like I'm Serious or King. Like, you know what I mean? Or even Paper Trails and the albums beyond that. Like they
One
don't
hundred
really know
percent.
he can get busy, bro. They
And
don't
they
know.
don't know that he can get busy, but they also don't know what he used to do to people in battles. They don't remember
Mm.
what he did with to Lil Flip. They
Whew.
don't remember
Yeah.
what R.I.P. Shawty Low. They don't remember the Shawty Low and Ti beef. You know what I mean? So they don't even
Yeah.
remember that back and forth. Like the younger generation doesn't realize that Ti is the original crash out of it. Like all the way. Like
Yeah.
he's going all the way. You know
All
what I
the
mean?
way.
So
Like, yeah. He didn't get the King of the South crown or title
no.
easy. You know what I'm
There's a
saying? Like,
generation
but
who knows him from ATL, who
uh-huh.
knows him from the reality show with his family,
Hmm.
and they know this Ti. But I will let you all know Ti has always been like this. Okay,
Always.
this is not a shocker that Ti will respond like this. But just to give a little backstory before we get into it. So for those who haven't been following this, this all started over verses. All
Hmm.
right. And we will, after this conversation, we will talk about who we think will win in the versus 50 Cent versus Ti. But this all kicked off because Ti was calling 50 Cent out to do a versus against him.
Hmm.
It started that way. Ti has come out in interviews and said in an interview with $1 million worth of game and came out and said he talked to 50 Cent behind the scenes and said, "Hey, I'm thinking about doing this versus. I'm gonna come out and call you out publicly, and then you could call me out and we'll do the back and forth and set it up." Once Ti came out and did that, 50 Cent went a completely different direction. It was like, I ain't doing no verse against you. You a rat. You a snitch. All this other stuff. Right. That's how that all started. So when Ti addressed this years later, which is present day, he told this story in an interview,
Hmm.
and 50 Cent decides to respond by posting an unflattering picture of Ti's wife.
Mm.
There's one way that this could go. Like
Only one way.
only one way that this can go. All right. So he ended up posting that. And one of Ti's sons, King, proceeded to post some things on Instagram about 50 Cent's deceased mother. And when it comes to that, I don't like the energy of this in the dead, but I
Mm.
will say that everything's off the table when you violate moms.
Right.
So I'm not mad at it. But
Mm.
that happened.
Yeah.
Ti then proceeds to thus far, as of right now, put out.
Because we have to check.
We have to check. As of right now, he has put out, I would say, three and a half disc records. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Three and a half disc records in a matter of not even a week.
Not even.
All
Yeah.
right. So the first one was a joint called War. It was a snippet, though, of a joint called War that was really more broad. I feel
Hmm.
like it might have been a record he already had that was like, it's not really super directed at one person.
Yeah.
But then he followed it up with a very direct diss track about Mr. Jackson. Okay.
Mr. Jackson.
Mr. Jackson
Yeah.
is crazy. um and then it just proceeded to continue putting out more and more diss records up into present time. So I want to talk. Did you hear the first record?
I did, man. I
I
did.
want to talk about the first one. I want to get the name of it right before we go into it. So, first off, he started with the war snippet. Did you hear that one?
I heard the snippet. Yeah.
Okay, what did you think about that?
And that's the first record, right?
The war is the first snippet where he doesn't call 50 Cent out by name.
Yeah, but he alludes to it, right? So
He
like,
alludes to it. Yeah,
I'm like, first of all, who is this? Like, I knew who it was, but I'm like, oh, okay, he channeling a different type of Ti, right?
that's
Like the
Tip.
Ti, exactly, bro.
That
That's
was Tip.
Tip. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? I'm like, yo, I love this energy. So first, I was blown away by that, and then like, it's no surprise that he can rap, but again, it was just the
No,
energy that he was bringing to the record. I'm like, oh, okay, this, all right, I see
I
what we
like
got
that you
here.
say that. That's
Yeah.
what it is. It's like we never forgot Ti could rap, but this is the energy of old Ti.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's he, like I think Ti has been doing so much other stuff in his career, from comedy to acting to reality shows, all of that.
Yeah.
And I think people forgot, and businesses. He owns a couple businesses in Atlanta too. So I think that people forget this energy sounds like old Ti. I couldn't agree more. And I
For
think
sure.
that I thought the same thing when I heard War. I was like, okay, this is crazy. Um, but to me, he then released the next one, which was called, if I'm not mistaken, that one is called. I want to get the name right.
Yeah. These names just throwing me off a little bit.
The names are throwing me off because he's rolling them out via
Yeah.
he's
Like,
rolling them out on Instagram first and
mm-hmm.
then on YouTube.
Exactly.
So which is interesting. Which is an interesting tactic. But so I think the first one is titled, I want to get the name, if I can get the name. Let me see if I know this was the one with the Ray Charles on the
Yeah.
cover art. Oh, it was called Bully Who?
Ah, okay.
Or
Yep.
was it the right one? Which one is which? Uh I'm gonna say this one is, yeah. This one is, but yeah, this one is no, this one was the right one. So the right one was the first one he rolled out, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He rolled out a joint called the right one. To me, this one was the craziest one out of all of them
I agree.
thus far.
That's my favorite one out
This
of
is the
all of
one
them.
with the two verses that we first checked out, and he
Yeah.
rolled this one out initially. I think I saw it first on Hot 97 or
Mm-hmm.
Hot 107.9 in Atlanta. I think they had the full version first.
Okay.
Other people had just the first verse. Two verses of just,
Heat.
yeah.
Heat.
He he rapping at an elite level, but also, I mean, very disrespectful.
Vitriol. Some may say.
Vitriol is the word for it.
Yeah.
Vitriol is the word for it. And I think that he chose very unique angles to
Mm-hmm.
get at 50. I don't think I'd heard before. He chose the angle, which I've said this myself before too, is that 50 Cent seems to only really troll and try to intimidate black people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that was a good angle to take because I've also noticed that. I'm like, as many business circles you're moving in,
Mm-hmm.
and some of the deals you're doing, I only see you violate black people.
Mm.
I thought that was an interesting angle to take.
Mm-hmm.
He also talked about him not having a family who loves him.
Yeah.
That's
That's one way
mean.
to get at somebody.
That's just mean.
You know,
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's another way. That's another angle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this one was really. This one also made some accusations of snitching. We ain't getting on all that paperwork and all of this other
Mm-hmm.
stuff that he says he has on 50. So this was a full out diss record. The other one was a tease to this record. This
Yeah.
one was 10 toes down. I'm violating you. All right.
Yeah.
I'm calling you out by name.
Yeah.
This is the one I would highly, highly recommend. All
Mm-hmm.
right. After that, I don't even think that one had really settled in fully. That one may have been like out for like a day, maybe 2 days.
Yeah.
Then he released another one called What Bully.
Mm.
What did you hear this one? What
I
Bully?
haven't heard this one. Nah.
What Bully was the one that came out next. And the cover art was just a image of 50 Cent when he was doing that movie where he lost all the weight where he playing somebody sick.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot that movie because nobody saw it. Let's start there. But anyway.
That's I don't even know the name of that film. You're not lying.
I
I don't
watched the movie too, but I know nobody. I don't remember the name, and I know nobody else I know saw it.
That's
Like
crazy.
for real.
I never saw the movie. I only know that image, but I don't know the movie at all. That's
You
crazy.
you
The
know,
story of him losing the weight for the film is bigger than the film, which is wild.
no, for sure, because he started the film being a football player with dreads. That's like so the transformation is
Really?
crazy. Yeah, it was. Don't watch it. Was not good. Was not good. And I love Mario Van Peebles, but nah.
When cutting it. All right. So I'll save that 2 hours. All right, cool. I'm not gonna look
For
it
sure.
up. All right,
Yeah.
but yeah, so he used that, and this one is really more so of him calling them out of like this is more of that antagonizing of you saying you're a bully, I'm bullying you, come outside and rap.
Mm-hmm.
This is more of that type of record.
Yeah.
Which is hard. I highly recommend checking this one out too. This one is another one that's fire.
Yeah.
Um, dope angle is pretty much like you say you the bully, I don't believe you. Come outside
Mm-hmm.
and rap. Less than 24 hours, he's put out another one. This is like maybe like 2 hours from when we're recording this. He's put out another one.
This
All
man
right.
is relentless.
And this is one where it's another one of him. It's more taunting of I don't care you because 50 Cent proceeded to put out a statement saying, y'all old and rapping and yada yada yada. And T.I. is proceeding to say, I don't care if you rap or not, I'm on your head for this and my wife. Don't care if you rap or you rap, don't rap, I'm not stopping.
TIP, man.
Which
Yeah.
is very TIP like.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think about that one?
Nah, bro, it's the same energy, bro. Like, bro has been consistent. He don't care, bro. It's no holds barred, bro. Like that's where we at with it, man. And dealing with 50, this is the energy you have to come with, because he's not relentless on
1000%.
his end when it comes to the memes. I know he deleted them or archived them, whatever the case, but like, nah, bro. Once you spark that, whatever you sparked with that, like on some bullying stuff, I gotta come with you on this type of energy. So Ti is just matching his energy, and I love it.
Yeah, I could not agree more. I think he's matching the energy, and I think he's decided, and I think it's a really strategic move of him knowing if the likelihood of 50 Cent coming out to rap is few and far between. So T.I. decided, I'm not gonna play your little internet games. I'm
Right,
gonna rap.
right,
If you want to respond to me, you're gonna have to do so via rap for it to be effective. Which I think
exactly.
a very smart move. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest, I don't think 50 Cent raps well enough to rap against T.I. Now I
I
could be
know.
wrong.
No,
But and Ti's and both of them are legends. Let me be very clear.
for
50 Cent had
sure.
one of the most legendary hip hop albums of all time. Get Rich or Die Trying.
Hmm.
Another great good album. I will even say another great. I think that The Mask is also a great album. Um, Arguably two classics. Some people say one.
Hmm.
I give it two. But so both legends. But Ti is in. I put Ti in a different class as just a lyricist and rapper.
For sure. As I think everyone should, if you actually put their discographies side by side. You know what I mean? Like I didn't
Yes.
listen to the G Unit mixtapes though. I
Oh no,
will
that was
say
hard.
that.
Oh no,
Um,
no, that I listened to the first one. I didn't listen to all of them, but the first one's crazy.
oh, crazy. See,
Yeah.
so it depends on, but as far as like albums and as far
But it's
as
not
you
just 50. You got Lloyd Banks on there, but Young Buck.
exactly.
It's a game. It's a whole collective.
Exactly. So like side by side as solo acts, like Ti to me is personally levels above, and he has more classic albums to me. You know what I'm saying? You can argue
Yeah.
who has the bigger songs as
Mhm.
solo acts, but like Ti to me has the better musical career. I'll say
I,
that.
I could not agree more. And now I will say there's one thing that I did miss. Now I don't pre getting shot 50, or I not even pre getting shot. I think it was afterwards. He went on a mixtape run.
Hmm.
I don't know those mixtapes because this was before that. This was pre internet mixtapes.
Yeah.
So he went on
Yeah.
a crazy mixtape run before all of that stuff happened. That I hear New York people reference all of the time. I personally cannot say I've heard any of those.
Yeah.
My first introduction to 50 Cent was Wanksta. Like I don't know that.
Hmm.
He had a mixtape run before that. So
Yeah. Like Power the Dollar. Was that a mixtape or
yeah,
album?
yep, that was a mixtape.
Like
One of
I didn't grow up in that era, so I don't really know. You know what I mean?
yeah, I haven't went back and actually listened to all of them.
Mhm.
Just because, like I said, they didn't really cross over into the digital era.
Exactly.
But I would say just based on their albums, yeah, it's not to me. It's night and day. As far
Mm.
as rapping abilities,
Yeah.
that 50 probably has more hits. I would
Yeah.
argue,
Mhm.
and maybe bigger hits.
Bigger for sure. I would
Um,
say. Yeah, but that could be
but
argued too.
but that could also be argued out
Mhm.
100%, and that leads us into our next conversation. So first, as we wrap this one up, first and foremost, what are your thoughts? Do you want 50 Cent to rap? Do you feel like he needs to rap?
Man, that's a tough question because number one, I haven't heard him rap in a long, long time. Like I'm talking even on features, unless I'm missing something. You know what I mean? So like,
Last rap I heard of 50 Cent is the Power theme song.
yeah, man, that's about it for me
No,
too,
what was that joint he had with Chris Brown? I don't know. That might have been before Power. The joint he had with Chris Brown was the last song of 50 Cent that I liked.
bro. I haven't heard
You don't
nothing.
even know. You don't even know the joint I'm talking about. That's
Nah,
crazy.
I
This
haven't
was a
even
while
heard.
ago. 50 Cent, Chris Brown. It's hard. It's called I'm the Man.
Okay.
Dang, that was 9 years ago. Damn.
Yeah, so I haven't even heard that song. I haven't heard him on the intro. Like I heard him on the interlude, like just speaking, let alone rapping. So personally, me, what I like to see him like actually like test his skills against Ti. A part of me would, but I just feel like it wouldn't change anything. It may even worsen the
You think
situation.
you,
Like to
you
be
think you think
honest.
it'll go bad?
I think it'll go bad because that opens up a whole new window now. Now Ti has an even more opportunity to respond, and then people like from the outside can see the skill difference. Because I think that there
Hmm.
is a skill difference,
Oh,
a
I do
skill
too.
gap, and I think it'll appear even wider. Like if bro starts rapping on a microphone, like because he hasn't done it in a while.
And to me, that's what I think. I think he's rusty. I think right now
Yeah.
Ti is in his bag, and even on these records, you can tell that he is in rap mode, and 50 Cent
Mhm.
is not. And I think that might come across a certain way. And I also would add, I think Ti, believe it or not, as hard as these disc records are, I still think this is not him taking it fully serious yet.
Not at all. I was about to say that too.
And that's the
Yeah,
scary part.
yeah, yeah.
I think he's still playing
He's playing,
until
bro.
he's
Yeah.
still trying to bait 50 Cent to come out. And I think that is I think the one he releases after 50 Cent responds, if he responds, I think it'll be bad. I think it's gonna be crazy.
That's when I think he'll actually try. Cause really, like, bro, these are hard. It like I even like
These
the
are
last
catchy.
one. Yeah, what was the last one? Losses or lessons?
Lessons. Yep.
And I heard that one. I'm like, this is still like solid, but I feel like again, I feel like he's not even trying. So for him to be on easy mode, dog, it can only get worse. I'm telling y'all, it can only
It
get
could get
worse.
bad.
Yeah.
Do you think that this could have real? Do you think if 50 Cent doesn't? Okay, let's say 50 Cent chooses the route of I'm not gonna respond via rap
Uh-huh.
at all.
Yeah.
Do you think that impacts 50 Cent in any way as far as how he's viewed or anything?
Personally, me, no. Only because like I don't look at and I feel like a lot of people have gotten accustomed to this, right? They look at him as literally a troll. And I think people would
Yeah,
get knocked for that like years ago. But he's so
absolutely.
good at it, number one. It's hilarious. And
Yeah,
two, like we just see him now as a businessman, as an entity more
I
than we
agree.
see him as an MC. So I think
Yeah,
it won't actually affect him. Now, as far if you ask like a hip hop purist, who grew up listening to 50 Cent or who like really looks at 50 as like maybe a top 30, 35 rapper of all time. I think
I
that
like how you
then
jumped
is
straight to 30s. Crazy
yeah,
work.
no, because yeah, bro. Like, bro, for New York, sure,
For
you
New
could
York, there's some
argue
people in New York who put 50 way higher than 30. I'm gonna tell you that now.
New Yorkers are absolutely like annoying to speak hip hop to. Like, because they only think people are good in New York,
That's a
like nowhere
fact.
else.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, B, but like, could I compare, even if you compare him to other New York MCs, bro, like from Queens alone, like I don't put 50
No.
like at the top personally. You know what I'm saying? There's
Yeah,
just
no.
so much talent out there.
I
Yeah,
think he has one of the craziest intros to the game.
for sure.
But I
Legendary.
don't. But I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think that's all revolves around music. I think it was just the whole package. It was the
It was everything.
story. It was the music. It was the whole thing. It was the image with the bulletproof vest on. It
Yeah,
was the whole. It was the whole branding. You know what I mean?
everything.
The music was good and matched, especially on that Get Rich or Not Trying. It was
For
crazy. The
sure.
music was crazy too. But I think that the reason why it was so big was it was the whole story. It was everybody trying to blackball him from the industry, and then
Yep.
Eminem, the biggest rapper at the time, comes in and co-signs him along with the biggest producer, Dr. Dre, at the time.
Come
It
on.
was the whole thing. You know
Yeah.
what I
He
mean?
was destined to succeed just off that alone. Like for real.
Yeah, yeah. It was a whole package. So I think that added on extra layers.
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, let's talk about the verses.
Yeah. Yeah. So
But
Ti versus 50?
Ti versus 50. If they ever did do a verse, which I think would never happen now without a lot of security.
Nah, nah.
Ti ran up on Floyd Mayweather. I do not second guess his willingness to run up on 50 Cent.
Right, right.
I don't think they're ever going to be in the same room in the verses anymore. I think that's out the window.
Mm.
I would love to see it, but I don't. I actually I like watching this more than I did if they were doing verses. To be honest, I think this
Yeah,
is more.
yeah, yeah.
I'm more entertained by this what they're doing now. I'm
For
cool
sure.
without it. But who do you think will win?
Man,
Whose
so
catalog is
because like that's the thing too that I recognize. Like we can see an artist who has maybe a better catalog, who may even be a better artist, whatever, right? Like maybe more lyrical, more talented all around, whatever. But we've seen those people lose you know, a versus. So I think this is tougher than I probably initially thought. Like, cause
yeah,
50 just
yeah.
got like haymakers. You know what I'm
He got
saying?
he got he got massive songs.
Massive.
I mean, he
And yeah,
honestly what's crazy enough is that 50 Cent could just do Get Rich or Die Trying from
that's
top.
it.
Because you only got okay, let's say you got 20 songs. He could literally do probably 12 from Get Rich or Die Trying.
100%. 100%.
And and
And
then
yeah.
and then he got the G Unit stuff. He could do the joints he had with Game, I Hate It, I Love It, all of
Yeah.
that.
And even his last big album, like Curtis, he could do I Get Money. Like that beat alone, crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like he could do so much. So
I
it
think
like, yeah, for me it's a game between 1,000 jabs to the face or 50 cents haymakers. Like that's
that
ultimately what it is.
yeah.
Because I think Ti obviously had a longer career, has more albums. To me, has more classics and has big songs in its own right. So it's like, okay, which ones? It's all about the flow and the track list and the momentum.
Yeah,
I
because
think.
when you think about it, T.I. got Just Live Your Life. He got joints with Justin Timberlake. He got the pop
Yeah,
stuff. He
yeah,
got the girl records on You Can Have Whatever You Like and all them songs. And then he got all the street records. So
yep,
I think I think me watching it, I like T.I.'s music more in general,
yeah,
to be
yeah.
honest. You know what I mean? So I know I probably would have T.I. having it, but I agree. It's so close that it's gonna depend on who plays what songs at what time.
Exactly,
I really
exactly.
do think they're the perfect matchup.
I think so. Like we talked off the pod about obviously like Ti, like 50 Ti, Ludacris. Like I think,
Yeah.
especially with the way that this beef is going, like clearly, you know what I mean. There's something between them, obviously, right? So like that adds to the storyline of a versus too, because we saw what happened between Gucci and Jeezy. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
For example, so like that obviously was a little bit different, a lot more serious. Some would say, many would say, and so like, but I see like them being contemporaries at the same time, same era. You know what I mean? Like it kind of makes sense. It makes sense for sure.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree. I think that I think it's gonna depend on who plays what, but
Hmm.
I think that Ti has a slept on catalog.
Very slept on. Very slept
I
on.
think Ti and Ludacris also would have been fired, but I think that at the time I feel like Ludacris and Nelly made more sense.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think Ti and Ludacris, if Ludacris didn't already go, I think would have been a good matchup too.
Hmm. And it's not too late because we saw Hit Boy do two. Who
Oh
else
yeah,
did
that's a
two
good point.
verses?
Yeah, there's been a couple people who've doubled back. You're right.
Yeah,
No,
so
that's right.
I would still want to see that only because like, bro, there's like throwback images of Ti and Luda like in the club together. Like, so they got that
Yeah.
camaraderie. They
And,
both from Atlanta or Georgia.
there was a record. I don't know if you remember this. There was a record called Stomp.
Man, heater.
And they dissed each other on it.
Oh, what? I didn't know that. I didn't know
Ludacris
that.
versus Get Off the TIP of My Yeah, that's on that's yeah. They were dissing each other on
Yo,
the song.
yo, I forgot it. Oh, I do remember that record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they dissed each other on that song. So they had a little back and forth too about the whole King of the South type of thing.
Okay.
It was a little jazz back and forth. I think it was friendly. It never
Yeah.
was serious, but they had their little moments too.
Get the TIP. That's crazy for friendly fire.
That's a you know what? That's wild. Maybe they weren't that friendly at the time. I don't know. They might not, because that was a little aggressive. That's true.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I would still love to see that, man. Like, and
Yeah.
Luda has the advantage in that because he's already done one. You know what I mean?
Yes. He
I thought
knows
that
what
would
songs.
help out Hit Boy. It did not. It did not help him against Mike Will Made It.
No, no.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that went bad fast. So yeah, no, I think Joe, since if Ti and 50 don't happen, I think Ti still should do one. I think Ti's catalog needs to be celebrated. So
For
I
sure.
would like to see Ti do a versus. I think Ludacris could work for Ti. I
Uh-huh.
also think who else? I know a lot of people are saying Wayne. I just don't know if I see that making sense. I like they were both extremely big at a point of time, and I
Yeah.
would say like late 2000s, maybe like 2007 to 2011, they were both
Mhm.
up here.
Up
So
there
like
for sure.
I get why, but I think Wayne is not from the same era as Ti, even though they're probably around the same age. Wayne been out since the 90s
Yeah.
as a kid. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know how that will work. They have very different catalogs.
And different audiences, which like doesn't necessarily matter that much in verses, right? Because it's a combination of two fan bases most cases. So, but I just don't really see it. I think Wayne like needs someone like this would never happen, but like a Drake or something. Like he needs someone
I agree.
on that equal plane who's had as extensive a musical career because we don't really know Wayne outside of music related stuff. You know what I mean? Like, of course, he dipped into clothing, like he had a clothing brand like Trunk Fit or whatever.
Truck
But,
fit, yeah.
but we look at him as like like an artist, kind of similar to Drake, like someone on that
Yeah.
tier. I think, yeah.
Or like maybe Wayne and Kanye,
I was
maybe.
thinking Kanye at first, but
Maybe Wayne and
yeah,
Kanye,
that
even though
makes more sense though.
I think that's a weird mix too, but I think that makes more sense than Ti and Wayne. Ti and
I
Wayne
think
doesn't.
so. Yeah,
I mean, and now if you look at it just off music and catalogs, it makes sense because they both have women-oriented records. They
yeah.
both have street record. I mean, on that front, I can see it, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not mad at it. If they do a Wayne and Ti versus, I ain't mad at it.
I'm tuning in for sure. That's a must
Yeah,
see. Yeah.
I could see yeah, I could see Ludacris. I could see Wayne, maybe Wayne,
Yeah.
but I feel like those will probably be the best. I don't think 50 happening no more. I don't know.
I think it's cuts. And I couldn't see 50 doing it unless he owned verses or something. Like that seemed where he's at in life and in music. You
Yeah,
know?
he don't seem like he's trying to big up nobody else's platform.
Not at all. And probably at the end of this beef, whether it's like for him, it's just social media, whether he actually steps into the booth and hops on the mic or whatever and actually makes music in response to T.I., I still gonna feel like it's a promotional marketing push. You know what I'm saying? He might end it with Branson vodka or cognac, whatever he got, or like
Yes.
power, like whatever
Yeah,
at the end of it.
I can't see 50 doing anything without ownership. I agree.
You feel me?
Moves
Like,
50 Cent has made in entertainment have been huge.
yeah.
And they've all been revolved around some level of control over his own business. So yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Probably why one of the reasons he's not thirsty to do it.
Yeah, I couldn't see it, but I would want to see it though. Like at the same time, so it's tough. But
Well, if Gucci and Jeezy can get up there and leave peacefully, these two ain't did nothing but trade Instagram stuff back and forth. So
ultimately, yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
these are grown men in their 40s to 50s. They should
yeah,
be fine.
they
That's
should
true.
be fine. You know what I mean? Especially with what Gucci said on that stage. For them to walk away peacefully, dog. Yeah, that shows
Yeah.
growth. That's real grown man business. You know what I mean? So yeah.
100%. 100%. Yes, sir, man. But
Mhm.
shout out to them. I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled on this because
For
this is
sure.
my type of thing to see. I'm gonna be.
You couldn't wait to talk about this. Oh,
I
that's for
show
certain.
I show couldn't, man. I'm gonna be honest. That's why I kept sending you the tracks. I said, yeah, you got to follow this. It's happening fast. You got to follow this.
Facts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I like some. I like when y'all get in the booth. That's why right now it's one sided, so it's you know what I mean.
Hmm.
But yeah, get in the booth, man. Stop all this Instagram stuff and meme. All that's over, man. I'm thinking people are finally moving past. Like, but we don't care about what you posted on your gram. Get in the booth. You know what I'm saying? That's what I
No,
want.
facts, facts. Like that's where I kind of stand on it. And yeah, like that's why I like what Ti said on the last or the latest diss record
Yeah,
on Lessons. He's like, I'm not doing the social media. I'm rapping. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it sets a good precedence, I think, bro. When it
yeah.
comes to this,
He said I don't make memes. I make music.
come
Facts.
on,
You know what I'm
man. That's
saying?
what we need to be on, like 2026 and
Yeah,
beyond. 100%.
yeah. Nah, if you a rapper, rap, man. You ain't gonna be able to social media troll your way out of this one. I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah, no
All
facts.
right, man. We got other stuff to cover, man. Let's see. All right, we went through 50. And a tip. What you want to talk about? Just Drake?
Let's talk about this ICEMAN, the album nobody cares about. Let's talk about it, man.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest. This is
Yeah.
the first time I think Drake has released something, and maybe, like I said, this is just maybe my circles. This could be fair. The first time I've seen Drake tease an album and nobody around me cares.
Bro, this is yeah, it's the first for
I've
me
never I've
too.
heard anybody say, "Yeah, man, I'm waiting on Drake to drop," or Drake is dropping a new work. I got there's nobody around me, or when I've been out, I've never heard. Like I only on the internet do I see there be Drake fans. In real life, I'm not seeing people like, "Man, I can't wait till the new Drake drop." Like I'm not
Nah,
seeing.
nah, and a lot of his fans are in hiding, bro. I can't even get them to comment on certain things, and I'll send a post directly to them. Like when I saw the post from Drake's story, I sent it to some of the homies that I know are devout Drake faithfuls. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even care. Yeah, like oh,
Wow.
I'll wait until the album drop. I'll wait until the album drop. Like you don't even care about the teaser. You can't even like. So I don't think people are as excited, man. I think that's where we are in Drakedom right now. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think this is a turning point. You know what I mean? I think this next album for him to be able to get back into, and mind you, great Drake is an international superstar. So,
100%.
but I think as far as his black audience in America, let me be very clear about who I'm talking about. I'm going to narrow this down. Talking about the black hip hop fans in America, he's losing grip on that.
A hundred percent.
Now, I mean, he can go tour in Australia.
Hmm.
He can still do tours here, but it's gonna look different.
For sure. For sure. And he can hop on Aiden Ross's stream, whatever, and talk his talk, preview the album, preview a couple records. I just don't think anybody is moved here in the States
No,
anymore. Like I like within our culture, like I just don't really see it. Cause once we see
no.
tuck tail like that and go like file lawsuits, like and all this other stuff in relation to, the Kendrick, beef, what have you. Like, I just don't think people are as excited to hear music from you. Cause if I'm gonna hear music from you, cause we're real hip hop fans, you got to address that at a certain point, bro. And you got to address it in music. So like, unless you're doing that, I don't really care. I don't care.
Yeah, this is the yeah. I don't care at all. But I think this is the most I've seen. Drake. This is the most. Yeah, this is the most uninterested I've seen people in what Drake is putting out. And not only that, I think that if if he doesn't put out like if I think it could be over. If this album ain't fire,
Yeah.
it's gonna look bad.
It's gonna look real bad.
It's gonna look bad, and I think that I think that it's yeah, I think this is a pivotal moment in his career, a pivotal, and I think that's why he keep pushing the date back. I think it's because he's seeing that it's not getting the steam that his albums typically do when he's teasing stuff about it. Um, I think man he gonna have to go full all right, bro. I
Oh
think
my
that's what
God.
I think that's the
Oh
next package, bro.
man.
I think that's the. I'm not. Look, I'm saying this right now. I want this to be on record. That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
I think his next move is full mega.
Bruh, we're gonna see him at the next Turning Point USA like Super Bowl halftime show. Is that what you telling
What I'm telling you is that
me?
there's looks like there's a young money trajectory.
mm, mm. You got a point. And he's Canadian. And he got a crib here. Listen, we crunching the numbers.
Between Wayne,
Yeah.
Nicki,
Mm.
and Drake, they have all decided to tie their brands and likeness with white supremacists, for lack of better
That's
terminology.
crazy, man. And of all
Um,
people on that
and
roster,
all right platforms.
and of all people on that Cash Money or Young Money roster, I would not expect Young Tiger to hold his ground against any of them. Like, that's where we are, bro. Still in the strip club, just enjoying himself, not getting into any of that. And we see the biggest ones out of all of them sway so far right, but Tiger's the only one to stand his ground. That's
Are you saying
crazy.
Tiger's the one holding it down?
Rack
Rack
City
City.
Tiger, man. What?
Tiger got hits.
No, he got huge hits. People gonna say what
Tiger
they
got
want.
hits. Tiger got hits. Tiger got hits that I
Eh,
like that were actually good.
No, for real. Like I can't defend a lot of his albums, but as far as his mixtapes during the like
I would be lying to you
mixtape
if I
era,
told you I ever listened to a Tiger album. I Nothing about Tiger's music ever made me say, you know what, I got to check out the full album. Never has happened. Never, never. I think the only full
Man.
project of his I ever heard is when he first did that collab with Chris Brown. When him and Chris Brown
Oh,
did
and that joint is
rap mixtape,
solid too.
that was actually decent. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie, they were rapping on there.
yeah,
But I think that's the only like time I've ever listened to a full Tiger project. But
yeah,
he had joints though.
for sure.
He had
Monster
he had
smashes.
joints, man. I gotta give it that I will not take away. My college years, boy, crazy. And I gotta give Tiger some credit for that experience. Shout out
For
Tiger.
sure. For sure, man.
But that is crazy. Yeah, yeah. No, I think his next move, because he's only doing interviews at this point with alt-right media personalities.
Exactly. That he knows won't challenge him. That he knows he can say whatever and get the Drake, you know what I mean, celebrity stuff off to like scrub any potential backlash he would get in real time, right? Like he's not sitting down with real like interviewers, journalists, none of that. Cause like he got to be held accountable for the things that he's done. And people also want to know what you're gonna come out with, bro. Like Iceman is a pivotal move, like a
He,
moment in his career. Like that's
I mean,
without question.
he has become a gambling influencer.
Like that's where we at, bro. And he be wrong too. That's the thing. He be losing a lot of bread allegedly. You know what I'm
See, I
saying?
don't even
Like,
follow. See, I don't even be following it. He be losing too.
oh, there's like a Drake curse. Like, bro, if he bet on you, expect that man to lose.
That's the thing. Really.
Yeah, for sure.
Dang.
So that's where we at with it, man. That's wild.
Yeah, we in wild time. So yeah, we're only gonna listen to this because we have a podcast. So whenever it drops, we are gonna review it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm not excited about it.
Nah, I can
Yeah.
hear the excitement in your voice. That's why I'm questioning it. Are you sure?
And there's a Drake chapter in the book though. I do want to let y'all do know that. A lot of people
Yeah.
have been asking about do we address Drake in our upcoming book Raps of Resistance, and there is a Drake chapter. Stay tuned.
Yeah, for sure. Stay tuned, man. Pre-order, bro. And don't ask me for the link again. I'll send you it. I'll send you. I probably will.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. If you Google "Raps of Resistance," the book pops
Literally.
up.
Literally.
"Raps of Resistance," and the book pops up.
Both of our names pop up, and Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole's faces pop up because they're on the cover. So yeah, it shouldn't be hard.
Literally,
It shouldn't be hard.
literally, man. Don't yes. Make sure y'all get that pre-order, man. What else we got to cover?
Man, this EST Gee and Mozzy like collab project, man. So I listened to this record, man. Did you get a chance to check it out?
Yeah, I checked it out not too long before we hopped on here. I actually gave it a listen.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on this project, man?
Man,
I
there was a
rocked
few.
with it.
I rocked with it. I think there was a few on here I like. I'm gonna be honest. I'm past the point in my life where I really want to hear a lot of murder music. But
Yeah.
I think that there are some joints on here that are dope. And I think that I will say Mozzie especially.
Yes.
Mozzie is a great storyteller, and I think that he does street music well because he paints a full picture of it. And I think that
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the reasons why I do like Mozzie. So when I hear him on joints, it's more than just senseless murder in the music. It's he's telling this full story of why he's doing what he's doing. He's painting a full picture to a certain degree. So I will give Mozzie credit for that. I think as a storyteller, he's dope, and I think he raps really, really well. So and I think that's execute on here. The first joint on here, Wouldn't Hold You Up, I really liked. I thought it was a hard intro.
Yeah.
I really like Turn. I think that's probably one of my favorite ones on here.
Mm-hmm.
Turn is hard. None Like Mine.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ti, man, it's a Ti sample on here.
Yeah.
FOZ on Foes.
On
He
Foes.
sampled
That's my
Ti's
favorite record
24.
on here.
That's my
Yeah.
that's probably my second favorite joint. Hard.
That joint fire, bro.
Oh,
I ain't
that's a
gonna lie.
hard. I think who let me see who produced this because
We
that
gotta
beat is
see.
crazy. I'm not gonna lie, that's a cold flip of
Nah, I feel it.
that joint. I think they might be the first person I really heard sample that song in this
No,
way.
for real, because I've never heard anyone say, who is it?
Produced by Forever Rolling, of course. Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. Yep.
Yep, Forever Rolling, hard joint. Not gonna lie, I think Foles is crazy, and then I like Buick the Benz on here as well.
Yeah.
I think there's some dope records on this project. Not a Chance in Hell is the name of it. Which joints did you like on here?
Man, like every single one you just said, I really like the intro. I think they start out really strong on this. Not Me, I really like, and I just think this project kind of flows from that point. You know what I mean? For
Yeah,
me, I'm not gonna lie, this may be, people may feel away about this, but I think Mozzie washes ETSG. And
I
I
I
like ESTG, but like
I concur.
I just think he's more number one, his bars are sharper. His stories are more, you know what I mean? Like just
More vivid.
engaging,
Yeah,
and like he's bringing the energy I like. Like it seemed like ESTG, no disrespect to him because he has his own unique style, brand, and just sound, but it seemed like on some records he's kind of just there. Like bro just rolled out of bed lyrically and just decided to make a song or a verse that day.
I
Like
agree.
versus Mozzy, he just focused. He's laser in on these records,
Yeah,
bro.
I agree.
And the reason I like Buick to Ben so much is because I like how they gave Mozzy that moment to shine. You know what I
I
mean? To
agree.
close out the album. So overall, bro, not a chance in hell. It's dope. This is like workout type of project for me.
One
Like I'm gonna
hundred
listen to
percent.
this in the
Same.
gym. Yeah, for
Same.
sure.
It's already been added to my gym playlist. This is a gym joint. I told y'all the only time I really listen to this violent music is in the gym. That's the only time I
Yeah,
give myself these days to be consumed with I'm spinning on you, I'm killing the ops
right.
music. I don't. That's the
Hmm.
only time I
Yeah,
really.
cause
Occasionally in the whip, but mostly it's in the gym.
exactly, because like this may sound crazy. I like to enjoy my days, so like I don't I don't like to put this on like you know what I mean when I'm going for like doing certain things like running errands, smiling at my girl or dog. I'm not trying to hear this. So, but for the purposes of the gym, this is definitely something I'll return to on that front for sure.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. So shout out Mozzie ESTG. I think overall solid project. I like the cover art too.
Yeah, nah, this hard. This hard.
Yeah, I like the cover art. I think it's yeah, all in all. But those joints I highly recommend. Foes especially,
Yeah,
Foes especially, and I
foes.
think Turn is one too. I like the concept of the song. You know, what I mean, being turned before you got signed. I think it was executed well.
Yeah, no, definitely, and I think that'll go in the
I
streets.
think
Like
that
I
one's
think
gonna
that's
go.
gonna go. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one's gonna go too.
Mhm.
All right, man. We got another joint to talk about.
Man,
Larry June and Currency dropped a joint called Spiral Staircase. Man, what you think about this joint?
Man, first of all, dope duo. Larry June Currency, man. Like this is like a perfect duo made in heaven, especially when you got Alchemist beats.
You can't beat
Um,
it, bro. A
you can't
vibe.
you can't beat it, bro. Like this is a winning formula. You know what I mean? So when I listen to Stairs on the Roof, the intro, I'm like, all right, bro. This pretty much set the tone for me. I already know what I'm getting out of this album. This is more like a laid back, you know what I mean, kick it type of like album project because the production is off the chain, bro. Like we already know what to
Yeah,
expect with Alchemist. And what I love about Larry June on this record and other projects that he has with like a Two Chains or like anybody else that he happens to work with or collaborate with, it just works, bro. Like, bro is like the glue to a lot of
it's
like,
true.
you know what I mean? He just fits
His
in.
style works with so many different artists that you wouldn't think that it worked with. Like that Two Chainz
Yeah.
album on paper, I wouldn't think that those two should rap together,
Facts. Like,
but it
how
works.
did that work? And so well, I don't know. But Larry June just like he's the equalizer, bro. He just makes it happen.
Now
You
him and
know?
Currency makes a lot of sense to me.
That makes way more sense because I feel like their audiences are pretty much the same. Yeah, I
One
mean,
hundred percent because they both make what I like to call chill luxury rap.
exactly. Exactly.
It's chill. They talking a whole bunch of fly stuff.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest, man. Number one, I love this project, but also like Larry June and Currency at times,
Hmm.
their music makes me feel poor. I mean, I just want to play that. I'm a very grateful and blessed man, but their
Hmm.
music makes me feel like I ain't got it, bro. Like the stuff they say in records, I'd be like, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think Larry June is one of the best at that. I
for
think
sure.
they're the new generation, and not to compare the two because they're very different. But as
Mhm.
far as like the luxury rap and that type of talk, I think they have fulfilled the gap that Jay Z used to be in as far as
Mhm.
the flexing and talking
Yeah.
about all of this luxury stuff that nobody's ever heard of. I think Larry June has kind of
Mhm.
stepped into that lane of like
Mhm.
naming some $1,000 candle you never heard of and rapping about it. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I think it's well done over here, man. I think that their styles work really well together on here. Some of my favorite joints. I love the intro as well. Stars on the Roof is fire, but I
Yeah.
really love Drive Alone is probably my favorite record on here.
Yeah. They
Drive,
really talking that talk,
they
bro.
talking on there. Drive Alone, I think is just an amazing song overall. Everything allocated also fire.
Yeah.
Another joint that I really really like, and then I will also say Empty Pages I really liked as well.
Yeah. Same. I really like two PIG too because I feel
Yeah,
like
That was
You know what
hard
I
too.
mean? It just ups the ante a little bit. The energy is going. Like that's a more one of the more upbeat records. I like Palo Santo just because like I love when Larry June is
Yep.
in that bag and Currency matches that. I would like, yo, this is gonna sound crazy. I really like Empty Pages as well. I've never liked Alchemist rapping, bro. And he's not bad.
I concur.
He's not bad. It's just like you can tell you're the producer guy though. Like
Yeah.
you're a producer. You were born to be
And
a
to be fair,
producer.
I felt the same way when I hear Timbaland rap.
Exactly.
And Pharrell at times. Pharrell is hit or miss. Pharrell
He
either
can be
sound
hit or
fire
miss.
or it's trash. And I would
Yeah.
even say the same thing with Timbaland to a certain degree. Like on the
Mm.
Aaliyah joints, it worked, but on some other joints when you hear him rap, Swiss Beats, I almost always hate when he talk on
Yeah.
record. But he's one of the coldest producers ever. So I think producers is hit or miss when they decide I want to get a verse off.
No, for sure. And I heard this on a Joe Budden podcast. And they were like, yo, like back in the day, early 2000s, like in late 90s, like producers weren't supposed to be seen nor heard oftentimes, right? Like Timbaland was doing his thing, Swizz was doing his thing,
Yeah.
Diddy, the name that the person we should not name. But anyway, of course they were doing their thing, but they were among the bigger stars. Like, so we wouldn't hear Alchemist really. But he's not rapping poorly. You know what I'm
Yeah, it's not
saying?
bad.
So it's not throwing me off entirely. Plus, I think it's the last verse on the record. So like it doesn't ruin the record for me. So you know what I
No.
mean? But his voice is always just awkward to me. You know what I mean? His flow in particular is just really
Okay.
robotic. You
It
know what I mean?
bothers you.
It bothers me. But
Okay.
every artist,
Okay.
every fan got an artist like that. They like, I don't really like his voice or tone or whatever. You know.
Yeah, for Alchemist, it's like I don't never love when he raps, but I don't hate it either. I'm just
You know
like
what I mean?
I'm
Yeah.
indifferent when the Alchemist raps. It's just like okay,
Yeah.
but I would say, man, definitely check this out. It's a short listen. It's only 7 songs, 23 minutes. Extremely short listen, but this is the one you put in the crib to vibe
Yeah.
out to, or in the car. It goes. This is one that I'm going to be returning back to. Like I said, the 3 songs I'm definitely going to be returning back to is Everything Allocated, Drive Alone,
Mhm.
and Stars on the Roof are my favorite. Which ones would you say are your favorite?
Man, I'm going with everything allocated. As you said, I'll go with Palo Santo and 2 PIG, man. I'm gonna be returning that as well as the outro to Empty Pages. I will. I'll
Mhm.
just
You gonna
skip
fast forward?
Alchemist. Yeah.
That's
But I'm gonna definitely return to this. I'm gonna light
yeah.
my $3 candle and listen to this.
You not lying, man. I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
like that little that my little Bath and Body Work. You ain't
Facts,
gonna
bro.
shame me out of lighting my candles, man. Yo, I'm telling you, Lady June be saying some stuff on records. I'd be like, dang,
You know what I mean?
I gotta hustle harder, brother. Yeah.
Man.
I like it though, man. I think that Larry June and Currency, they fill a specific gap in hip hop that I think works. And the
Definitely.
fact that they're independent doing it is even doper. And I feel like it makes sense for them. Like they've built such like organic fan bases. I don't really
Exactly.
think they need a label.
They don't need a label at all. Continue doing what they're doing. Like everybody has a place in music. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's the same if you were to play basketball. There's certain players that are there for a specific role. I think Currency, Larry June, Russell, like certain
Hmm.
people fit that box, bro, and they're flourishing because of it.
Yep, 100%. They don't try to step out of their lane. I like when artists take risks, but I think Larry June has found a really niche pocket, and I'm honestly shocked that he hasn't run out of stuff to talk about because it's typically within one lane. But I think he has moments where he's able to step out of just pure luxury rap and do the more introspective, you know, talking about people who envy him or friends that turned on him and those type of things
Mhm.
that I think give some of his music a little more depth. And I've been seeing him do that a lot more lately, and I think it's
Yeah,
cool. So yeah, shout out Larry June, shout out Currency, shout out Alchemist, man. I think that's another dope project, bro.
absolutely, bro.
All right, man. Hidden hits. Do we have? Is it hidden hits next?
Yeah, hitting
Yes,
hits.
sir. Let's do hidden hits, man. For those who do not know, hidden hits is a segment where we highlight some joints that are not currently hit records that we feel like should be hit records, man. What you got, bro?
Man, I feel like I added this last or like couple episodes ago, but I'm gonna return to it, bro, just because I love this record, especially in the gym. And while it is a little, you know what I mean, it delves into street life, it also shows like the full breadth of it. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna give it up to Sheesh on Tightrope, bro. Like Tightrope, I've been
Mm.
playing that nonstop in the gym, man. And there's something to really take away from it. Cause yo, I have an urge to do these things in response to like the reality that I'm faced, but I know these things will follow that mistake. You know what I mean? And I think
Yes.
that's still worthy of a hidden hit because number one, the beat is banging, the lyrics is hitting, but also there's a message there. There's a lesson to be learned there. So I'm gonna go with that as well as Core. I talked about this album last episode as well. But I think like a record like Jetta 2 Holiday or Jet 2 Holiday, as well as reminding myself again, I want to emphasize just how dope those records are, especially with us being in Philly. For those that don't know, we're based in Philly. Having like an artist like Core who's able to balance kind of like street oriented records as well as conscious leaning records too, like
Hmm.
that's a great combination, and that's why I think he's championed in the city and in rap as a whole. So yeah, those are my hitting hits, man. What about you?
Dope, bro. Dope. Good choices, man. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna also go to Sheesh record, man. I'm gonna go with Cry Alone.
Mm,
Um, dope record, man. Dope record. I think the storytelling on there is amazing. And I think it's one of those records of that I felt when I listened to it. You know what I
mm,
mean? And I think that Sheesh to me still has one of the best projects of the year for me. You know what I mean? And I think
up
that
there.
there is Cry Alone is one of those ones. So I highly recommend checking out Sheesh Cry Alone. I'm gonna throw another one in there, man, that's off a really popular album, but it wasn't a song that necessarily was a hit. And that's gonna be Drive Slow.
Mm,
Kanye, Paul
mm.
Wall, GLC. A song I've always loved, but I went back to lately and just listened to it again. We interviewed GLC for our book, and dope interview, by the way.
Dope. Super
Probably
dope.
my favorite, one of my favorite interviews that we did for the book.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And I was telling him on the interview that this was one of the songs that really introduced me to GLC, and I think it's just an amazing record. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So highly recommend Drive Slow. I think the storytelling on there is top tier. And then I'll give one more that I'll give is I'll go. I've still been in my cold bag as far as his project goes. So I wanna highlight a joint on there called Safety.
Mm. Yeah.
Safety on there is one of my favorite songs from that project. I think that the way he's able to tell stories from the perspective of his partners who calling him and telling him what's going on in the city while he's gone, I think it's just
Mm.
a dope concept, and I think it was well executed. And he used it as a way to talk about other issues going on, and I think that
Yeah.
it was a dope record. So those are my three.
That's one of my favorite. Yeah, that's one of my favorite records off. Not only just one, off the whole entire album,
One
man.
hundred percent.
And I've been hearing really disturbing criticisms or critiques rather of quick what is it, quick stop? And I'm
Which
like,
is
why don't people rock with this record? Like, have you why don't y'all get the concept? Like I've heard people talk about why is this a song? Why would you make a song just telling us about a fan interaction? It's like,
yeah.
can you not listen to the music and see that it's far deeper? You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm
But
gonna be honest, man. I will tell you, media literacy is at all time low.
no, for
So
real.
with people being able to dissect what media is about, the messaging, what's real, what's not, all of that is at an all-time low. So I can't even, you know, some people just listen to music just to bob their head and they're not actually listening to the words. And I think that
Literally.
that's the case with this album. I've heard that's one of the things I've noticed about some of the criticisms about J. Cole's last album. A lot of them aren't based in like the messaging. It's based
Yeah.
in I don't like J. Cole. Or
Listen,
I think it's boring or whatever. It's
yeah.
I mean, which is I mean, personal opinion, music is subjective, but it's not a the critiques haven't really been logical.
Like at all, yo. Like at
Yeah.
all.
And I've even seen people criticizing him going around across the country and touching and touching touching fans and locking in. He's been on the tour going around to HBCUs to cities. He was in Philly, that he
Yeah.
been in Atlanta, Texas. He's stopping at all the HBCUs, showing everybody love, stopping in neighborhoods, showing people love. And people are like, "Oh, that's clout chasing." I'm like, what what more do you want than him pulling up on the black community and showing love in person to his fans who've supported him for all these years? I was like, what do y'all want?
Like
What do
that's
you
crazy. I heard somebody say, I'm glad the Honda broke down.
I heard Joe Budden podcast. I heard that too.
Like, what are
I,
we doing,
which is
yo?
nasty work, and I definitely think he was trolling, but still
Yeah.
nasty work nonetheless.
Like
Like
that's disgustingly hateful,
disgusting
bruh.
work, bro.
Bro
And I think,
hating
and I think that people are just obsessed with the whole, oh, this is fake humble, and I'm like, he doesn't have to do this to sell records.
at all. At
His first week,
all.
he sold 300,000
Like he doesn't
records.
have to do
Over
this.
100,000 were physical copies. Like he does not have to do any of this to sell records. So him doing it can't just be for sales. Like that's
Right.
not he's going on a world tour.
And
So
that.
he didn't have to do all of this before the tour. I mean,
Yeah,
he could have just went straight to the tour.
exactly.
You know what I mean? So I don't I guess, man.
And it's on brand for Cole. Like Cole touches the people. Like how do we bro have people have pictured him sitting on the side of some rocks. Like literally. like that's paint that picture. Like create that image in your head. Like so
I
like
know I
you
know
know?
people personally who have seen, and this is years ago, who have seen J. Cole in New York just riding his bike around the town, around Harlem, around
Yep.
Queens. I literally know people who have seen him in the last 5, 6, 7 years just around riding his bike regular. So it's not like this isn't on brand for him.
Right. Exactly. Like
Would y'all prefer him to ride around in a Ferrari with a bunch of jewelry on, with the potential of being robbed while he's running? Like, I don't understand what people want.
I digress.
But would y'all prefer to be flexed on? You know what I'm
That's ultimately what it is.
saying? Crazy
Yeah,
work, man.
man.
Crazy work, man. But shout out Cole. All right, we got to get into nice nonsense, man.
Yes,
Like,
sir.
for nice nonsense, this is a segment where we highlight music that we found recently that we like that does not have the socially redeemable qualities of some of the stuff that we highlight on hidden hits. So we highlight some of the ignorant songs that we still rock with. All right, what you got? You got anything you've been listening to that's a little ignorant?
Man, I got one record off of Don Toliver's album, which I didn't love, still don't love. But there's a song called Rendezvous with Yeet. And I just been playing that, bro. That's been sticking with me. As well as a song called Rosary with Travis Scott, man. So whenever I'm in that mood, like I was just at a couple spots here in Philly over the weekend. I had a friend in town, so I was partying. Those were hitting. I'm not gonna lie. Those really set the mood and set the vibe. So as far as nice nonsense, bro, those two records stand out for me, man. What
Got,
about you?
got the job done. Okay, okay, man. I got a couple, man. I got the first one I'm gonna highlight is a joint called by Rayvon and AZ Shike. It's called Hit and Run.
Mm, mm.
I like that record, man. I ran across it very randomly and was like, I like this. This is good.
And I love
Um,
AZ Shike, man.
yeah, I'm gonna go a joint by Don Tripp called Montclair Freestyle.
Wait, is that off his latest project?
I do not. I think this one's yes, it is.
Yeah, I was listening to that the other day, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I haven't heard the whole project yet. That I was thinking about us reviewing it, but I didn't have enough time to go through this 23 songs.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
a
little
lot.
on the lengthier side.
Yeah,
But let us know if y'all want us to talk about Don Tripp's last album. We will. But that joint, crazy.
yeah, yeah.
Um, and then I got another one, man. That's a little off kilter, but it's it's fitting. Fire. Wale, Meg The Stallion, Pole Dancer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Fire. It's an older joint. And a lot of people kind of slept on it when it dropped,
Yeah.
but it's a crazy one. Highly recommend it. This was one of those joints that was slept on. Came out 2019. I feel like it
Mm.
kind of got mixed into the COVID
See, that'll
2020
do it.
era. So I think it didn't get the attention it deserved. That whole album, that was on Wild. That's crazy. I feel like that album kind of got.
That whole album got buried, bro, under the pandemic, bro. Because that's a really, really good album, bro.
It's a really good album, man, and I think I 100% think a lot of those songs that would have been hits
Yeah,
weren't hits just because a few months afterwards, the pandemic hit and it's chaos. So,
100%.
um, Pole Dancer, crazy,
Being
crazy
one of
joint.
them for sure.
I would have been one of them that would have went up for
Yeah,
sure. Yep, that's all I got, man.
yeah, man. All right, yeah,
Yes,
man.
yes, sir, man. It's been another one, man. Episode 79. Y'all make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. Once we hit 500 subscribers, we're gonna start doing some more lives. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you all who listen on audio platforms, give us that 5-star rating on Spotify, on
Yes.
Apple, and we'll make
Yes.
sure that we show that love there as well. Another thing, our book that is coming up, it drops May 14th. It's called Raps of Resistance. It's publishing under Bloomsbury Academic, man. Make sure that you all pre-order that book, man. Classic on the way. There's not too many books that are written by a professor and a journalist. Those two don't typically merge for books often, and I think that this book is masterpiece.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. So make sure y'all pre-order that, man. Until next time, bro.
Until
Yep.
next time. Peace.